Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Sage and I am so excited to finally be doing this. I have talked about this for years, honestly, and I am finally here. This is real life. This is happening. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. And yeah, I honestly don't want to ramble because I'm way too good at doing that, so I'm gonna stop myself there. And I'm just gonna jump right into it. So if you like the look that I currently have on, you should stick around and watch how I put it all together. And yeah, this is my Valentine's Day get ready with me. I have already cleansed my face and my face is already moisturized, and I use the Tatcha moisturizer, the purple one. I think it's like for aging. I don't know. I just really like it, so I've been using it for quite some time now. So that has already set into my skin, so my skin's already ready to go. I'm gonna go in with my two primers. I have combination skin, so I tend to get a little dry around the perimeter of my face, and then in my T-zone I experience oiliness. So I go in with two different primers, one being the MAC Cosmetics Matte Cream Matifiante. I don't know how to say that, but I go in with this one in my T-zone areas, and then I go in with the Becca First Light Primer Filter on the perimeters, of my face. So I take a brush and I apply the Becca primer on the perimeters of my face like so. So cute, right? So cute. I also bring it down to my neck. And I'm just like going over it one more time just to make sure it's nice and on there. And then honestly, I take such a small amount of that MAC primer and I put it on my dish. And then I start putting it on my face. And I honestly like to apply this one with my fingers, because if you put too much of this one, it actually counteracts like the purpose. I've just realized, like, when I used to apply it with a brush, I just feel like I got so much like creasing and stuff like in my eye area, versus if I use my fingers, I can feel how much is actually on my skin. And you don't want a lot. So I'll go ahead and put that on, and then I jump into my brows. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera, and then I'm going to come back and then we'll jump into the eyes. Okay, so I went ahead and I just filled in my brows a little bit. They are still not like carved out, so I wanted to go ahead and do that on camera for you guys. I'm going to go in using this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Buff. And then I always just finish off by dragging that product down, like so. So I'm actually going to go in with a different brush. This is the Morphe M514 brush. It's pretty tapered. It's like smaller, and it's looser, so it's nice for like blending things out. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and pick up some of that concealer and then wipe some of it off on a paper towel, and then I'm gonna brush over my lid. And this is just so that I have basically like a primer on my lid. This isn't a primer, this is a concealer, but I mean, a lot of people, including myself, use it as a primer because it creates a little bit of stickiness so that the pigment that you are working with sticks and shows up really nicely. But the thing with the concealer on the lid is you cannot do too much. That's why I dip it into the product and I wipe a lot of it off onto a paper towel, because I just feel like, you know, when you do too much, that's when like all the creasing and everything happens. So we don't want that. So we go in with a little bit. Less is more. That's like one of my favorite like little sayings for like people. I'm like, hey, less is more, honey. Less is more. Okay. So next, since I have that down, I'm going to go ahead and start the eyes. I have my own way of doing makeup. I like to do my brows, then my eyes, then my face. Do whatever works for you. This just works for me because I feel like it creates less work. Because when you have fallout on the eyes, like for me, I don't really want to have to go back and like touch up my face again because I had to fix my fallout. So I just do my face last. I want to keep today's look pretty simple and want you guys to be able to wear it. I want you to feel comfortable while doing it. And you know, 9 times out of 10 on Valentine's Day, you're running around, and I just feel like not everyone has 2 hours to sit there and do their makeup. So I am going in with the Strawberry Shake Colourpop palette. Looks like this. Anyways, so I'm going to go in with my transition shade. I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna go into Paper Straw, which is this one here. Ooh, this one here. Going in, and I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M441 brush. And I will be sure to tag everything below in the description section so that you guys can use, you know, the brushes that I use if you're interested. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to first just kind of press it into my skin so that I can get like a nice like buildup of color, like so. We got a lot going on so far. And then I'm just going to do windshield wiper motions, like side to side, and then incorporate a little bit of circular motions. So anyways, yes, when you are doing this, you want to make sure your pressure is light. You don't want to press too hard on the lid because you don't want to pick up pigment. You want to just spread it out. So it looks pretty good. Just gonna pat just a little bit more. Because I really, really, really want this to, I want it to be darkest like in here, you know, like in your outer corner. So that's where I'm really kind of building that pigment. I'm just staying right in this outer corner area. Because I also don't want to take it too high, you know? Like it looks a little harsh right now, but I'm going to go through and soften that up eventually. And I also like to wing it out like this. So cute, right? And now something else I really like to do is I like to just kind of like buff it into my brow. Like in this area, just right here. I don't know why. I really like doing that. I like the way it looks. I don't know, works for me. You don't have to do that, but I want to do that. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade, and I'm going to continue to build this outer corner area. So I'm going to go in with, let's see, I'm going to go in with this Morphe M514 brush, and I'm going to dip into the color Woke. This one here. Oh, right here. And I'm just going to keep it on the tip of my brush, like so. Give it. And then same kind of thing. I'm just like pressing that pigment right into this outer corner. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with how much the pink is showing up in the outer corner of my eye. So I'm actually going to go back in with the first brush that I used with no additional pigment, and I'm just going to brush lightly over the line that's been created kind of like in this area here, and I'm just lightly going back and forth to kind of break up that line. So I'm actually going to go one more time with one last pigment. for the outer corner, and I'm actually going to go in with, it's called My Milkshake, and it's right here. So I'm going to just place that, and I'm using the same brush that I had before, the M514 Morphe brush, and I am just packing that pigment on the outer corner. Like so. And then this one, I'm gonna kind of wipe off on my my paper towel real fast. And this one, I'm just gonna lightly drag. I'm gonna look straight into my mirror, and I'm going back and forth because I want that. This is a pretty bright pink, so I want that to kind of surround my eye and give that gradient. Yeah, I like that. It looks good. So pretty. I really love this palette. It's like such a nice little palette. Okay, so I am satisfied with the amount of like that bright pink, and I'm happy with how it looks so far. So I'm actually gonna move on, and I'm gonna start applying like a shimmer shade. So I don't know, like I really like I thought maybe I wanted to like incorporate like some brown and like my outer corner to kind of deepen it up, but so far honestly I honestly like that it's just like pink. I honestly like that. So I'm gonna rock with it, and if I change my mind, I change my mind. So far I like how it is. So I'm gonna actually open up my Mercury Retrograde Huda Beauty palette. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna go in with the shade Galaxy. Honestly, this brush is like my fave, like one of my faves for packing on glitters. This is a MAC brush, and it's the 213 SE brush, and it looks like this. It's a great brush. It's soft, and it really just does a good job. So I'm gonna go in with that. Actually, wait, what am I doing? So I'm gonna tap into that, and we're gonna get real fancy, and we're actually gonna take some Fix Plus by MAC Cosmetics, and we're gonna spray some of that on there and not inhale it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, well, whatever. We'll work with it. So I'm just gonna press. So cute. So I'm doing a lot of like press motion right now. I'm not really like going side to side with it yet, because I really want this pigment to show. So I didn't use a primer or anything. I'm just going over what's already there, and I feel like the Fix Plus, when you spray that on the brush, it honestly brings it out so much more, which is nice because that's one less step, you know, like if you don't have to lay down a primer, so it's just one less step, you know, saves you a little time. And now I'm actually going to go through and I'm looking straight into my mirror. I'm just going back and forth. Because the way this brush is, it's narrow. So for my eye shape, it fits right into that crease. So when I tilt my head back, you can kind of see that it's like already kind of doing the blending for me, which is really nice. So if you have brushes that kind of, you know, look like this one, they can be your best friend when it comes to blending out like that crease area. I'm just touching just a little bit in here because you want it to have that nice, like, nice fade. And honestly, even though this looks so pretty, I want to be extra and actually build one more pigment on top of what I just used in my inner corner. So I really love this eyeshadow so much. It is so pretty. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know what's going on next door. It's been home improvement for like the last 7 days and I don't know what's going on, but it's pretty annoying. So if that's heard like in the audio, I apologize. I don't make the rules, so I'm just here. So whatever. But anyhow, so I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay Space Cowboy pigment and I'm going to place that over what I just put down. And I'm just patting it. I'm honestly just keeping it concentrated, like right in here. Like I want it super bright. The camera decided to die or overheat, so I'm gonna try to pick up where I left off. So yeah, I just went ahead, like while the camera was doing its thing, I just went ahead and did this eye over here, and so I'm going to show you guys on this side exactly what I did. So lately I've been loving like doing my eyeliner with eyeshadow because it just creates like a much softer look, and honestly I've just been loving it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for today's look. If you want to use eyeliner, go ahead and use eyeliner. I'm just doing me, you know? So I am going to dip into this Huda Beauty Smokey Obsessions. Let's see. So right now I'm honestly just like tight lining. And also keep in mind, if you have bigger eyes, what works for me may not work for you. I unfortunately don't really like when eyeliner is too bold on me, like too big and bold. Like this is about it. This is like pushing it. This is about as bold as I'll go with my eye shape because I just feel like too much just takes away from my eyes, honestly. So far, so good. I used to struggle so much with eyeliner. I would love to do like an in-depth eyeliner video. I would love to because I used to struggle so much with doing eyeliner. Oh, and I want to show you guys just how tiny this brush is. It's tiny. It's such a good brush. So if you use gel liners, I highly recommend this brush. It's such a good brush. Next, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette with this Morphe M213 brush. And so honestly, it's just like a little buffer brush. It's like thin, and it's got like that taper, so when you like rub over, like for example, I'm gonna rub over that like black line that I just put down, it just buffs it out. And again, I'm keeping my pressure really light. You don't want to press too hard. And I'm going over it with this brown shade. I'm going over it in the Cypress Umber shade in the Modern Renaissance palette, because I just really want it to be soft. I don't like what just happened right there. I made that tail just a little too dark. So I'm actually going over with like the first brush that I used to apply my transition shade, and I'm just lightly brushing over that because I really want it to like kind of, I want it to look like I went like this and wiped it. Like just, I want it to fan out and have like a nice gradient. Yeah, I like that. It looks really good. So I am gonna go ahead and apply lashes. So I am in love with these lashes. They are inexpensive and they are so cute. And they're by EYLURE London, and they are the Anne Lee style. So I'm going to apply lashes off camera, and then I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna start the face. Okay, so I went ahead and I put the lashes on. I feel like, see, the look is already just starting to come together and I love it. I love these lashes. Like, can we just take a second? Like, okay, so now I'm gonna start on my face. So excited because I feel like, you know, eye makeup just looks so weird until you start to put your face on. Forever, honestly, I've been wearing the same foundation. It just really works for me, and I don't really like matte foundations on myself. I like something with like a natural radiance, something that's a little more flexible. So I love to use the Studio MAC Water Weight foundation, and I am in the shade NC30. So I like to go in with a brush first, kind of get it on there. Always have to bring it down to the neck. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning the top of my brow using my foundation. Just on like an angled brush. I'm pretty, yeah, this is the same brush that I used to clean the underneath of my brow, but obviously I cleaned it off before dipping into this because I personally think that the brows look a lot better when they're cleaned up here, at least with your foundation, so that you don't have that weird like that weird white line. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, sometimes I just like, whatever, I just don't even care, just throw this on my freaking face, like, just get fed up. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not fed up. Back in with the Beauty Blender. And when it comes to the Beauty Blender and pressing the foundation into your skin, you know, it's good to avoid like this dragging motion. So next I'm going to apply some concealer. I am currently using the NC20 MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is full coverage and it works very well for me because I have really dark circles. And honestly, I'm gonna conceal some of my acne spots because, girl, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know. I started this like whole acne regimen thing or whatever, and I don't even want to talk about it because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is the purge. Like, honey, I don't know what's going on. All I know is I woke up one day and it was scary. So I like using my beauty blender for this, honestly. So I kind of just put it there and then let it sit, and then I start blending it out. So much cuter. I already look much more alive. And last but not least, this is like the highlight portion. So I'm highlighting the areas in which I want to bring out. I don't know. So yeah, these are the areas that I want to bring out. So I'm just pressing the concealer in those areas, blending. It's a little tricky doing it on the nose. Honestly, I really don't do much nose contour. I like my nose. But I am more than happy to do a video on how to contour the nose. I mean, everyone's nose is different, but I just feel like when it comes to contouring, a lot of things just remain the same for people. So next, I'm gonna go in with my contour. I feel it's best to lay down your highlighted areas first, then go in with your contour, because I feel like it's just so much smoother than going dark to light. I just feel like it just looks better. So I don't know why, but for the longest, I've honestly just loved this right here. Never was a Kat Von D shade and light girl, just wasn't. So I'm taking the warmer tones here, and I am going to apply those first because I want like a nice like transition. And this is a Morphe Morphe M530 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and place that down. And at first I kind of do like this like stippling motion because I want that pigment to really pop. And this is like a warm pigment, so this is like not like my contour shade, this is like my bronzer. So that when I lay down my next shade, it does that nice like dark to light, but like there's like a warmth in the face. So yeah, so far this is what we're working with. So far so good. Also, I just want to mention, I used to use like a cream base. I used to use the Anastasia cream contour palette, but I don't know, I've like noticed over time Like a lot of my acne is like in these places where like I used to lay down that cream contour, and I feel like it was like clogging my pores. So honestly, I've been taking a break from like putting something heavy in my contour areas. I'm just not with it right now. I'm just using like a powder. Like I understand and trust me, I know that like, you know, cream contour is definitely going to give you a longer lasting wear. I definitely agree with that. But right now, just with everything that's going on with my skin, I'm avoiding that because I am trying to get rid of this acne. And this works well enough for me, honestly. I really don't do anything that makes me sweat too much. And then I barely touch the skin and do like these circular motions, because when it comes to contour, you want to lift your face, you know, you don't want it too low, you know, you want to lift your face. But basically when it comes to contour, you just want to go along your cheekbones, but like right on them though, like a little under but right on them. Just keep in mind that you want to bring the face up. I just really love that NYX palette. It's just so pretty. It works for my skin very well. And it just sits so pretty on this foundation. So next, I'm going to go ahead and do my highlighter. I love this highlighter. It's by Benefit. It's called Cookie. Looks like this. It is so pretty, so pretty. What would you guys say your favorite part of doing your makeup is? I would say it's probably my highlight. Is that reading? Can we just? But I just get so excited, like stop. That is just so pretty. Oh, and I'm applying this with a Morphe M510 brush. And if you guys couldn't tell, I love Morphe brushes. They are just, I don't know, they just do it for me. I really like them. So, I don't know if you guys just caught that, but I do this like weird, it's kind of like an upside down U. I do that kind of emotion. I don't know. I like the way it looks. It's pretty. Like, can you see the difference? I think you can. So yeah, I'm just continuing to highlight the hell out of my face because, like, come on, it's just so pretty. Like, can we just stop? I don't want to cry. It's so pretty. Like, tell me this highlighter's not pretty. Like, it is. It's so pretty. So pretty. I'm going to go ahead and touch the underneath of my eyes. So I'm going to pick up that Colourpop palette once again, and I am going to just I'm going to take my chances here. So I'm going to dip into, I guess the first shade, Paper Straw, this one. And I'm going to tap, 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 get that excess pigment off. And I'm going to brush that lightly. See what's going on here, okay? I like that, I like that. Cool. So honestly, this camera is just giving me so much trouble. It literally overheated the first time, and then I guess this time it died. Well, I guess let's try this again. So where I left off, I was dipping into the bright pink, this one right here, and I like brushed it under my eye. I also went ahead, while the camera was recharging a little bit, I went ahead and I popped on some white liner on my waterline, and I just used like the NYX pencil. So now I'm going to finish off the lower lash line with, I just want to like tight line real fast, and I'm using a black, and I'm just using it out of the Huda Smokey Obsessions palette. And I'm taking this Morphe E35 brush. It's really, really thin. And I am just going, I'm just pressing. I'm gonna take a step back. See, it's just kind of like, it's just making my eyes look just a little more bold. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. I'm pretty much finished with the eyes, other than the fact that I have to put on some mascara. So I'm gonna go in and start with my blush now. And this is Pinch O Peach by MAC Cosmetics. And I'm just throwing that on there. Honestly, this is another one of my favorite steps. Honestly, I love blush. I think blush is so cute. I just feel like you look so happy. I don't know. You're just like so cute. And I'm applying this with a MAC 129 SE brush. I honestly don't know if they make this brush or the first brush that I mentioned for like the glitter. I got this in a gift set, and I don't know if they make these brushes, but they're really good brushes, so I use them. And then I'm gonna go in with this Pillow Talk lip liner by Charlotte Tilbury. So pretty. It's pretty, and it's like a nice formula. It's really smooth. Like really smooth. I'm going to top it with this Milani lip gloss, and it's in the shade Champagne. So, you know, this is like an inexpensive gloss, and it's actually like really cute. Like, I really like this gloss a lot. So I'm just going in and putting that on top. I think I really like this, like how it is. I don't think I want to make any other changes, honestly. I think this is like really pretty. And it's like soft enough that, like, you know, you could, I think you could wear a good amount of things with this look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my face with the All Nighter Urban Decay setting spray. Okay. Really get it on there, you know. I need to get a fan. And then I'm just gonna press really gently, like so. And then last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara. And as I mentioned, this is the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash by MAC Cosmetics. I really like this so much, and I always do it last because when I do my mascara first and then I go in and do like the setting spray, I always get like that, like it always runs. good. I just want to break this up. There's like too much right here. Like this is a really, really dark mascara. Really dark. So if you feel like your mascara like doesn't show up or it's not dark enough for you, give this one a try. The brush is really nice. Honestly, I really love it. It's such a nice mascara. But anyways, so this is the final look, and I feel I'm pretty happy with it. It's easy. It's an easier look to put together, and I feel like it can go with a lot, and you know, it's pretty. It's really pretty, and it didn't take too long, so that's good. And yeah, and if you're like me and you don't have a Valentine, it's okay, honey. Do your makeup anyway. Go out. It falls on a Friday this year, you know? You'll be fine. You'll find a Valentine, even if it's for the night. Or if you're like me and you just don't care, order some chicken wings, put on a nice movie, and mind your business. Like, that's what I'm doing. But I'm gonna look so cute. I'm wearing this look. I sure am. And yeah, I'm gonna have fun with it. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something. Feel free to leave in the comments section below what, you know, like things that you want to see, recommendations, questions, anything. I'm so open to it. And again, I'm so excited to finally be doing this. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.